Right? Right? So often, right? We look around, everything is a blessing, isn't it? So Mary, like I said before, Friday after Christmas, we survived. Here we are. If you have survived and you are here and you are ready to get on with your and our recovery process, make some noise. Recovery is such a gift. Recovery is such a great gift from Jesus. And it's great to watch stuff like that funny video right there, right? Because it reminds us that each thing that our recovery has given us, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, no matter how special it is, no matter how mundane or ordinary it is, each thing is a gift from the ultimate gift, Jesus himself, to us. Tonight is our end of the year celebration before kicking off 2019. So I want to just thank Jesus, raise the roof for his gift of recovery today. Thank you, Jesus. Wow, I'm just overcome with what God has done for me in my life. And if you're here today, I'm telling you, he is busy working in your life too. You know, if you were here last Friday, you heard the leadership team of Celebrate Recovery and I make this announcement about how going forward in 2019, we're going to call ourselves Choose Recovery instead of Celebrate Recovery. And we're going to talk more about what that looks like in a little while. But don't let this, hang you up or get you turned around or rock your world or anything like that, because although the name might be changing, our legacy of recovery is going to go on and on. We're going to chat that up in just a little while. But what we want to do now is we want to be thankful for Celebrate Recovery this past 18 years. It's been 18 years, friends. Yes, wow. I came on the scene after it was already going a year or two. Miss Tanya, I'm so glad to see you here tonight, Tanya. I mean, she brought Celebrate Recovery to Grace Church, and nothing has ever been the same. But I came on the scene a couple of years later, and I was a believer in Jesus Christ at the time, and I was in traditional 12-step recovery. I was in AA, and I was going to church. I had a church, and I had my AA group, and I figured never the twain shall meet. I couldn't see how my belief in Jesus would it all be paired with a 12-step program of recovery. I told her it'll never work. And I was so wrong, because now I know how wonderful it is to be able to pair our recovery process together with our ultimate higher power, Jesus Christ. Celebrate Recovery has, over the years, helped me, and it's helped thousands of other people here in our community recover from their hurts and their habits and their hang-ups. And if you're sitting here today, if you are in this place today, are you in this place today? If you are in this place today, you're here because of this rich history of Jesus Christ working through Celebrate Recovery here. There have been 18 years of step studies and of sponsorship, 18 years of spreading the message of hope that recovery is possible outside of these walls, in different countries, in different environments. There's been 18 years of different leadership here at Celebrate Recovery, and 18 years of lessons, and 18 years of the steps, and 18 years of amazing testimonies of God's grace on Friday night here. Friendships have formed. New life has blossomed all over the place here because of Celebrate Recovery. Isn't that amazing? Come on, it is. I've been here off and on for a long time. A lot of us have been here, a few years, sometimes a few weeks, sometimes days, sometimes months. We've all been here at different lengths of time. So I thought it would be fun tonight, as we look backwards over this past year and over the years, to dust off some old archives of Celebrate Recovery to share with those who remember back in the day. And then if you don't remember back in the day, you will be charmed and you will love it. If you don't remember back in the day, you will just enjoy it and know that this is part of your history that you're about to see here. Small groups. We're going to talk a little bit about small recovery groups. Small groups are an important part of Celebrate Recovery. Wouldn't you agree? Of course you would, right? And to show how a recovery group should be run, This video was made about 11 years ago. You know, it's a hoot, but it's about as true now as it was then. So watch, enjoy your history.
Warning, what you are about to see are trained professionals in a controlled environment. Do not attempt at your home church.
I thought this group was supposed to start at 8. I wonder where everyone is at. I wonder if I really even need to be here. I could be home, doing something productive, mowing the grass, watching TV, or sleeping. I'll read a little. Maybe that'll keep me awake. Small group guidelines. Let's see what this has to say. In order for small groups to be a safe, productive, and healthy environment, please read and apply these guidelines in every small group each week. Number 1, keep your sharing on your own thoughts and feelings. Please limit your sharing to 3 to 5 minutes. 2, there will be no crosstalk, please. Crosstalk is when two individuals engage in dialogue, excluding all others. Each person is free to express feelings without interruption. 3, we are here to support one another. We will not attempt to fix one another. 4, anonymity and confidentiality, basic requirements of a small group. What is shared in the group stays in the group. 5, offensive language has no place in a Christ-centered recovery group.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up today. Listen, you never know what you're going to need in a group. That's why I brought all this stuff. Hey, Hill, how are you? Chris. Hey, Roger.
Hey, how was the council?
Great.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hey. Good man. What's going on, man? Nice to see you.
Well, guys, we're going to skip all the beginning reading blah, blah, blah stuff.
Thank you.
Cool.
I mean, we all know each other. I mean, aren't you new guy? No problem. You get the gist of things as we go along. I know you guys are all in a large group tonight, so we're going to skip all that stuff. I mean, how many times can you go over self-inventory and not get it?
Really?
Yeah.
So, the field's wide open. It's your meeting. I want to hear it. Let's go.
All right,
I got something to share. My wife sent these catalogs with me, and she's into that upper rubber candle makeup stuff that all the ladies are into. And hey, all I know is I've got to sell it because she's already bought the regional distribution kit.
Anybody else want to share? Let's hear it.
Yeah, I've been having this problem lately, and I need some advice. My therapist is out of town, and I could really use some solutions.
Solutions? You've come to the right place. Let me tell you, I've got books, I've got pamphlets, I've got CDs, I've got aromatherapy candles, I've got diet plans, I've got physicians, lawyers, translations from any Bible that you would need. Whatever you want, I got it. Here.
Gee, thanks.
You want help?
Anyone else? Let's hear it.
Okay. I need to get honest about some things in my past, and since I don't have an accountability partner or a sponsor, you guys will have to do it. I've been stuffing this garbage for a long time, so here goes. I was born October 8, 1971, to my parents, Roger and Roseanne. When I went into kindergarten, things got really bad.
Pushed off the swing set every day, got beat up by this guy, Bobby. Oh boy, it was horrible.
At my 10th birthday, nobody showed up. I was devastated.
I didn't know what to do.
in high school, things got really bad. The acne was awful.
Right, I gotta cut you off, Roger. It's time to get up. You can finish it next week. Any announcements or prayer requests?
Yeah. Listen, I need you guys to pray for somebody is in our group, he's not here tonight, I sponsor him. You know, Richard Claxton? Let me tell you, this guy is going through a messy divorce. And you want to know why? Because he relapsed. His wife found out, and she is not going to put up with it anymore. But that's not the half of it. He gets fired. And the reason he gets fired is because he's caught stealing. Now, in addition to that, I need you to add this to your prayer request, the fact that something that we've been working on with him for months in this group. Gossip.
All right, we have any announcements or prayer requests?
Yeah, has anybody got any orders for me?
Yeah, right here.
All right, great. Thanks, guys. Man, this will really help out a
You're
lot.
welcome.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been a good group. And I want to thank you for not swearing like you did last week after I won the small group lottery. Guys,
Can you believe this guy? He cheats, he lies, he steals, and he's a group leader. Who is this guy anyway? Where'd he come from? The hillbillies?
hey, buddy, wake up. Small group's getting ready to start.
Must have dozed.
I want to welcome you to small group. My name's Mitch.
I'm Jim.
Is this your first small group?
Yes.
We're glad you're here. It's our job to make you feel safe as you recover from your hurts, habits, and hang-ups. The guys will be here shortly.
Thanks. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you follow these?
The small group guidelines? You bet. We read them each and every week, each and every small group. And as a matter of fact, it's my job as a small group leader to make sure they're read. I've been told if you don't enforce the guidelines, things can get a little weird.
You're definitely right there.
I thought you said this is your first small group.
We have had a lot of fun over the years at Celebrate Recovery. But you know what? We've also had heartache, too. We've lost a lot of people, and we've helped one another all through all kinds of life trials and situations. We've lost people, and then other people have flourished. We've had a rich history of relationship here at Celebrate Recovery with each other. You know, it's so important to keep coming back. You know, that's one of the things. It's so important to keep coming back when it comes to recovery. You know, Jesus loves us so much that he provides a way for us to become new creations. And for those of us with recovery issues, that includes not going astray from working our program. Jesus is faithful, and when we're faithful to the program that he's given us, then our lives shine his light. You know, over the past few weeks, I've asked some of our Celebrate Recovery friends, some people that we may not hear from so much, right here in our midst, to share a little bit of testimony of what Jesus has done this past year, and then what Celebrate Recovery has meant to them this past year, what Celebrate Recovery is to them. So I think that through these testimonies, maybe we'll see ourselves as we watch what Celebrate Recovery 2018 has meant to these people here.
My name is Brandy, and I'm a grateful Christian in recovery from drugs, alcohol, and codependency. I started coming to Celebrate Recovery in the end of 2017, and I've been coming every week since. You know, for me, Celebrate Recovery has helped me walk through the steps with my sponsor, and it's given me freedom in Christ. And, you know, I just really love and enjoy coming here. This is where I get filled up, and I wish everybody would come out and try Celebrate Recovery.
Hello, my name is John. I'm a grateful Christian recovering from drugs and alcohol. What Celebrate Recovery it's meant to me over this past year was to see how many men and women have grown in their recovery and their relationship with God. It's a place where people can go that identify in all areas of their lives, not just one.
Hi, my name is Jose, and my recovery is in codependency and lifetime of poor choices. And what I've seen in this ministry, what has happened to me, has been I came here in a mindset that I didn't know who I was or where I had been, what I became. And over time, I was able to find myself, get to like myself, and even start to love myself again. And then during that time, I became alive. And the life that I received here and through my family and the family here at Grace has made a major impact in my life. The honesty of hearing of other people's stories and their testimonies had encouraged me to be honest with myself. And during that time, I started to be not only honest with myself, but I started to be honest with the people around me. And that is a serious transformation in my life. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Andy. I'm in recovery for alcohol and prescription drug pain medication. I found the rooms of this recovery about a year ago, a week after my wife passed away, and I was in need of a lot of assistance. But what I found at Grace Church automatically, like right off the bat, was love, open arms. The leadership here was outstanding, and just everyone willing to speak to me and listen to me. People wanted to listen to me, and I talk too much, so that's a lot of listening. And just the way I've been able to work through things with my small men's group and devotions and just getting tight with people, like my friends are here. I made friends here for life. I believe that, and it's just great to be also, serving when it's time to serve, chill when it's time to chill. Nothing beats CR. Love it.
Hi, my name is Kenny. I have 16 months clean. I went through the Justice Place program, and as part of that program, we came out here to CR every Friday night, and we always looked forward to it. It was always a great gathering of people. Everybody was always nice, friendly. It was nice to see people from all different stages of recovery reaching out to help everybody. The meetings afterwards were always nice. It was just a really good experience to help bring us back out into the world and see what can come from day one all the way to multiple years clean.
Hello, my name is Ray, and I'm a grateful Christian. I'm happy for the things that Jesus has done for me, the forgiveness of the sins, and what he will continue to do. In the past few months, you've probably seen me around, and I'm an intern for Liberty University. I'm trying to obtain my psychology degree. And throughout these times, I have experienced tremendous joy, not the one by myself, but the ones that other people have inspired unto me. I have seen people throughout this little time that I spend going from rock bottom to a life and a joy that they experience and give it out to others around them. I believe that this place, Celebrate Recovery, has given a lot of people a lot of opportunities. And I don't say that just because I'm within the group, but because I'll see it from the perspective of outsider. And one thing that I take with me, and I will use it to help others, is that a person came in to one meeting, and he said a testimony that really touched me, and I still will continue to keep it with me. He said that one time he went to a meeting where he said what he was there for, but the person who he was sitting next to kind of rejected him. But another time he came to Celebrate Recovery, where he expressed what he was there for, and he felt the receiving end. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that Celebrate Recovery is a place where no matter what you've done, no matter where you come from, you can feel the friendliness, the family togetherness, and that's what you need in order to recover. Jesus said that he came to recover what was lost. In Luke 19, He came to recover what was lost. And that's what I see from the experience that I have taken that Celebrate Recovery has done in many lives. And I continue to take that and apply it to other people. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Steve Nash. I am a Christ follower, and by the grace of God, a powerhouse support team, Celebrate Recovery. I have victory over drugs and alcohol. I can remember when I first came to CR. I did not want to go in. I was scared. I had other plans. I wasn't going to do it. I got in there and saw all these people that, were just happy. They were celebrating whatever their issues were. I wouldn't even know what mine was all the way. If you had asked me at the time, I would have told you I was an addict. And anything about Celebrate Recovery is being here. I found other issues I have in my life. The great thing here is you're welcomed here and you're loved here. It doesn't matter what your particular affliction or addiction may be. They Celebrate Recovery loved me until I could love myself. Great pastors, great support team, and opportunities that have been given to me because of following the steps involved with Celebrate Recovery have changed my life. It is something that money can't buy. I love the fellowship. I love the camaraderie. Is that still a word?
I think
Probably
so.
said it wrong. You'd have to ask my wife. She's a lot brighter than I am. I like the fact that we can be just open in who we are, and it's a safe place. That you can share what's shared here, what happens here, who you see here stays here. And it's something that you don't want to miss out on. There's some sharing tonight, and it's the fact that you just don't stop until you see the miracle. I know why they asked me to continue to come back for 6 weeks, because it took about 4 or 5 weeks of coming back before I wanted to start coming back. It was just a life-changing experience, and because of this program has opened the doors in so many different areas for me to be involved in service and recovery and be able to give back what was so freely given to me. And this is where my recovery started, was in CR. That very first night, it was in December of 2016. Say the fact is my sobriety date's January 23rd of 17, so I just didn't pick it up right away. I had a little bit to go. But like I say, by the grace of God, a powerhouse support team and Celebrate Recovery and the support of all the folks involved with CR, I'm still sober today.
Hi, my name is Trevor, and I'm a grateful Christian in recovery from alcohol, drugs, and codependency. When I walked into Celebrate Recovery in 2018 in February, I was pretty lost in the fact of I just didn't know what else to do. I haven't been a part of something for so long, but something was missing. And when I was welcomed in, I thought to myself, why am I here with all these people that have problems? I don't have problems. And I did a beginner step study. I then stepped into other things and started serving and realized that I truly have problems and that I really needed to focus on these because I have a 4-year-old daughter that is more important than myself, and that's what I've learned. We come to Celebrate Recovery on Fridays, and she looks forward to it. She's built a family of friends that we are so involved with, which is so wonderful, and she loves it. I know that 2018 was a huge, huge difference in my life because of Celebrate Recovery, because I faced my hurts, my habits, my hang-ups, but I faced it knowing that my higher power was Jesus Christ, and I'm so grateful for that. So with all of the support and the fellowship and the necessary tools that have been taught to me, I truly believe that it's my turn to give back, and I will keep coming back always because we've made this our Friday night out. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Tyler Hammond. I am a Christian in recovery from drugs and alcohol. CR has brought me a whole new family. It has brought me closer to Christ. It has introduced me to a lot of people that really care about my well-being. Every time I walk in these doors, it's like a big sign of relief. I get to look at all these people and they have my back. I know I can have somebody to call on whenever I need to. They have a great big staff. This place is amazing. They have a great choir. a great pastor, well, plenty of great pastors. They have a lot of good people on the leadership team that keep this program going. That's all I got.
Hi, I'm Victoria, a Christian in recovery from drugs and alcohol. Okay, so what Celebrate Recovery means to me. For one thing, Celebrate Recovery as a single mom, they have childcare, and that helps me out so much as a single parent, because a lot of times I like to attend traditional recovery meetings, but it's hard when you have a 2-year-old running around. You don't pay attention. So not only does Celebrate Recovery give you the 12 steps and Jesus, they have childcare and free food, which is always a plus. And I know for me, my recovery never really started taking off until I came to Celebrate Recovery. Here, they gave me the traditional 12 steps that are in traditional meetings and Jesus. Like, they use their higher power as Jesus. And that's what my higher power is. So I really, fell in love with Celebrate Recovery. They say try it for your first 6 weeks. If you don't like it, you don't have to come back. And I tried it for 6 weeks and I liked it, and I'm still here 2 years later. So for me, Celebrate Recovery is not meant to be your only place of recovery, but it gives you Jesus right alongside the 12 steps.
My name is Beth. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm a grateful Christian. I have been coming to Grace Church for Celebrate Recovery since April of 2018. It has meant the world to me. It just shows me that I can use the 12 steps and have a biblical principle to it. It shows me that Christ loves me and how to apply the 12 steps in my everyday life. I'm in the Jill's Place Women's Recovery Program through Justin's Place of St. Matthew's House in Naples. And we get to come here and just learn how to apply scripture to the 12 steps and just stay sober, but also live wonderful Christian lives. This program has meant so much to me. I see recovery in the women that I'm in the house with, and I get to see recovery through the people that I get to meet. I get to network and meet people and realize that anyone can get recovery if you choose to. You don't have to be born a certain way, a certain gender, a certain race, and addiction can happen to anybody. You don't have to have come from a broken home. I came from a home with, parents are still married, grew up in a Christian home. An alcoholic, an addict can be your next door neighbor. You never know who is suffering, who's sick and suffering. But coming here has meant so much to me, and I just realized that, it works if you work it, and keep coming back.
And the fact is, we could have gone on and on and on and on and on. And if you have a story of God's glory through Celebrate Recovery, make some noise tonight. We all have a testimony of God's grace here. God's been busy at work here at Celebrate Recovery. He's given us blessings upon blessings for 18 years. And now, like I said earlier, it's time to make a turn. We're going to go into our next phase of recovery. In 2019, will be called Choose Recovery, because we just want to choose recovery. Recovery is a choice that we make every day, and Jesus gives us the power to get a sponsor and work the 12 steps and go to meetings and do lots of service work to stay grateful. These are our 5 essentials, right? That we receive within, and then we live out the gift of recovery that God offers us. And we're going to hear more about this as time goes on next Friday as we have a kickoff. It's going to be amazing. And God is going to continue to give us new blessings upon blessings when we choose recovery, because we don't want to keep this gift to ourselves. We want every single person in our community to know that they can recover from their addictions, their afflictions, their compulsive behaviors, their hurts, their habits, and hang-ups. We want everyone to know that recovery is possible for them too, just as it has been possible for us. This is not a gift that we keep for ourselves. It is a gift that we give away. This is the last Friday of the year, so that means we're finishing off the 12th step of recovery. Step 12, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to others and to practice these principles in all our affairs. You know, just remember, just because the name changes doesn't mean we're changing what we're doing. We're still going to have small groups. There's still going to be hopefully nice, healthy small groups, not like the dream small group, but you know, more like the other end of the small groups there. Testimonies. We're still going to have testimonies, teachings, literature, both Celebrate Recovery and other literature, just like always. We'll still have step studies. We're going to share one another's burdens. We're still going to make lifelong friendships, just like I've made lifelong friendships here, have parties, have trainings. You know, Robin was making fun of me. She goes, "You're calling group meetings parties now, aren't you?" Well, yes, it should be a party, don't you think? Come on, make some noise. Don't you think when we get together we should have a party? That's right. You know, you heard Champ talk earlier about our jail ministry starting on February 2nd. We'll have all that and everything else as we go forward. And we'll go forward to choose recovery through Jesus every day, and to pass the message on to others. And the blessings will go on and on and on because of that. You know, next Friday we will have a Choose Recovery kickoff celebration. I hope you can make it. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a blast. We're going to party. We know how to party. Can we party? Yes. All right. I want to invite the band to come up. I know we're running a little late, but you know what? We want to sing one last song. We want to have an opportunity for people to come to the altar, because God has given us a gift these past 18 years, and He has new gifts for us, and He has new gifts for people we haven't met yet, who are now hopeless and going to find hope here in the future. So the altar is going to be open tonight, and here's why it's going to be open. We want to remember what God has given to us. Recovery from misery and from death and from depression and from hopelessness. He's recovered us from that. We've run out of the grave. And so we're going to open the altar so you can come and celebrate recovery. And maybe you don't feel like you have much to celebrate tonight. Maybe you're new here tonight and you're like, yeah, this all sounds great for people who have been here for a long time, but I don't have anything much to celebrate because things aren't going so well for me. Maybe you can't see the blessings through your pain. But here's the deal. Remember, you have a choice. We've been doing this a long time, and we're telling you, if you keep coming back, it works if you work it. And tonight you can choose recovery through Jesus Christ, who loves you and gave Himself up for you, so you can have the power to recover through Him. Remember, we are with you in the journey. We won't leave you flat. So the altar is open tonight as the band sings this final song.